Well, a few things went wrong, but certainly our start wasn't great with the ball. We defended great in the first half. We had to. We turned over a lot of possession early, and then I think we had about 6-0 penalties against us, and that really tired us out. But I was really happy the way they defended, and then I thought we fought back reasonably strongly in the second half, and just couldn't quite bridge the gap.
What do you think of the two disallowed tries?
I thought the first one, again, it was probably a fair ruling in that, there wasn't any conclusive evidence to overturn the referee's decision. Again, the only problem with that sort of ruling, and we've had ones like that go our way this year, Steve, so we're certainly not complaining about it, but sometimes I don't know whether the referee can get a real good view of it either, so why should you make a decision on no try or try if you can't really see? And I don't know, Shane might have, seen something there, but, about 5 angles couldn't tell. So, sometimes it's, a little bit. I thought the other try was a real tough call against us, to be quite honest. He said Will took Merritt out. Same time, if you have a look at it, I think Goodwin was escorting Will, who knocked him off balance. So Will really couldn't have a proper shot at the ball because of the escort, So at the end of the day, I don't think Will intentionally went in there to take him out. So I think I think that was a real tough call actually. But again, other people probably see it different.
Craig, how's sister? Obviously, was a pretty horrific thing.
Yeah, he's gone off to hospital, and the doctor. I don't think there's any. Well, he doesn't think there's anything too serious, but he thinks he might have some damage to a disc. So I think he's gone to Westmead Hospital. So we just have to see the results after that.
Cameron, do you agree with Craig's assessment on those 2 no tries?
Yeah, I think we seen a similar one early in the year with Steve Maddai, where he sort of didn't have any vision of the ball hitting the ground. I think everyone sort of knows that there's a huge chance that he would have got the footy down, but again, there's no vision, so we put up with that. I thought the other one was a try though to Billy. I thought that was a fair contest between Chambers and our player, and their player. So
you guys were building at that stage, Cameron. Looked like you were coming back to get him, sort of thing. Did you feel that sort of knocked you out a bit, or knocked a bit of stuffing out? But...
Oh, not really. I thought we finished really well. It'd be nice if we could swap those 2 halves around, really. When you're playing quality sides like the Rabbitohs, it doesn't really matter how good you finish. It's about how good you start, and we started poorly, so that's what cost us the game tonight.
Craig, would you have played Gareth in the elimination final?
Yeah, I would have, because Finchy wasn't fit to play. So I don't know if he's going to be right next week either, Finchy. So it's a bit more serious than what they first thought. So, but yeah, wouldn't matter what sort of final it was, he would have been playing. Because Brett wasn't fit. Brett wasn't fit to play. Got that right?
That'll obviously help Gareth though, going into next week, having 80 minutes.
Yeah, he said, I was just telling him before I come here, he said he felt okay, physically, so not quite sure what his work rate was, but, he got involved with the footy, so he's tackling, he would have obviously made a few, they would have been heading a little bit towards him, so he got through really well, but, he worked really hard, through his break on his fitness, and so, yeah, it was really good to see him come through, and, obviously, that hit out tonight, help him for next week as well.
Craig, you obviously got the long road now to, if you want to defend the title. Obviously, you group very well. Do you back their mental toughness to be able to recover from this?
Mental toughness. I've got no doubt we've got enough of that. It's whether we've got the respect for the footy at the start of the games. That's the question. And like I say, that's been a real disappointing part of our game. And I think we completed one of our first 5 tonight, or two of our first 6 or something, some ridiculous amount, and so I think South, completed, about 18 out of 20 or something like that in the first half, and we've made, 5 mistakes in the first 20 minutes. So, you're not going to win too many games in the NRL with that sort of start, but you're certainly not going to beat quality sides like South Sydney or games this time of the year. It's going to hurt you. It hurt us tonight. It hurt us big time. Like I say, I was real proud of the way we fought back. At the end of the day, we give ourselves no chance with our start.
Can they take some of the credit for those mistakes with the pressure they've got?
Oh, you probably could, yeah. But, yeah, I can't remember, Josh, actually, someone. But, a couple of them just sort of lost in the tackle. Yeah, probably a couple of passes were probably a bit under pressure. So, obviously, this time of year, sides, defend really well at the start of the games. And, I thought we did that, and they obviously did that as well. So, that could be. But at the end of the day, it's been a bit of an ongoing problem for us.
Craig, you look at the incident with Sissy Long, obviously at the moment defending players or attacking players in the air. Is that, when we see an incident like that, does it make you think that needs to be reviewed or anything?
Yeah, it's a pretty tough 6 1 half a dozen other really. Like, again, you just let him stand there and catch a ball over the line and you can't tackle him until his feet hit the ground. Well, that's probably going to be more kicks and there's going to be more tries from kicks. I think, I don't, certainly Dylan, meant no ill health to Sissa tonight, but he tackled him early before he had the ball. I think that was the thing that was probably where Sissa was he was going up, so basically his balance, he knocked him off balance before he even, had the ball, so that was the reason it ended up so ugly. But as I said, if you take that rule out where you've got their feet have got to be on the ground before you can tackle them, the attacking player, well, you're going to see a lot more kicking, a lot more tries. So, but like I say, it looked really ugly there tonight, and I suppose that's just an incident that's been really waiting to happen with that rule. But like I say, it's a hard one. If you go the other way.
Cameron, you've spoken a lot about sort of ill discipline a bit over the last month. Is handling errors in the first 20 minutes? Is that part of that, or what do you put that down to tonight?
Yeah, it's hard to sort of have any reasons why we're starting poorly. For me, it just comes back to individuals, how much importance they place on the footy when they got it in their hands. It's for some reason it's been a real trend in the back half of the year for us is that we can't hold on to the footy. We invite the opposition down our own end, and we're putting pressure on ourselves, and it should be the other way around when you're playing this game, particularly this time of year. You don't want to be playing footy down your own end. You want to be playing up the opposition end. And tonight, when you give a football side that's it's probably the biggest side across the park in the whole competition. When you give them that much field position, and they get momentum, it's hard to stop. And it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. That's probably the best way to put it. I can't remember the last time we scored first. It wouldn't be many times out of the last dozen matches that we played. To get on that try line after 10 minutes and talk to the boards, it's just the same old thing, and it's really frustrating. So we need to make a decision as a team where we want to go now for the rest of this season. It's really in our hands what we want to do with it. We know we're playing next week, so we've got to get our recovery right. It was a pretty physical game tonight, but it's really up to us what we do now with the rest of the season. We've got 3 games to go, or 3 possible games, but we've got to turn it around real quick from that performance tonight.
Thanks for recovery in the morning.